Do you know the biggest problem I face when I'm trying to lose 10 kg of weight and gain muscle at the age of 44? It's not the diet, it's not the strength training that I need to do, it's not the cardio. So those are not causing the problem. The biggest problem I face is the body hair that I have. That is a problem that many Indian, I'm sure, many Indian men especially like me face, and trying to get that out has been a nightmare. In this video, I share the solutions that I found for this, which now exist, which didn't exist maybe 10, 20 years back. And it's really helpful. I found it really helpful, and it will be helpful for you as well. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain muscle, it will help highlight your body, it will help make your body more visible. And that's what I share in this video. Now, to give you a context, this is my picture before I shaved, and this is how much body hair I had. And this is my picture after I shaved and removed all that hair, and how clean I look here. Now the idea is not just to look clean, basically it's to also measure yourself. So as I'm losing my body fat, as I'm gaining muscle, I want to see the definition, I want to see the changes. That's much harder when I have body hair. It's much easier without the hair, especially so much of hair. And that's the reason I chose to remove it. Now, why did my body hair really become such a big problem? So I've never shaved my hair over the years, and it's always been naturally, I have been blessed or not blessed with a lot of body hair. So it's always been growing, always been there, and I've never shaved it because I've never like gone into that much of muscle building. I had shaved it like once, maybe 9, 10 years back when I had lost 10 kg weight and built muscle. So here's a picture of me at that time. And before that, after that, I've never done so. Now the problem that happens so much here is you cannot see the changes like I mentioned. If you lose weight, you will not be able to see it. If you're gaining muscle, gaining definition in your muscles, you won't be able to see it. The progress photos that I take, I want to check every week how much progress I'm making, losing weight, gaining muscle. I cannot do it clearly when I am having so much of body hair. So if I'm going to put in so much of effort over the next 90, 120 days, losing this 10 kg weight, gaining muscle, if I'm going to put so much effort, I want to be able to see the effort. I want to be able to see the results, not just on the scale, but on my body as well. And that's the reason I chose to remove all this hair. So shaving was the first solution that I could think of. Now, naturally, when it comes to hair, a shaver, razor blade, safety razor, whatever, we think that's the best option. That's also what I thought. And again, like 9, 10 years, 10, 20 years back, that was probably the only option for men to try and use the shaver or the razor blade. The problem for me with the razor blade is it's too time consuming. Like I have hair over the entire body, and to shave it with the razor takes a lot of time, especially when it's like thick, long hair. I have to use multiple razors as well. One razor doesn't do it. I have to use soap as well because the razor gets clogged if I just use one razor, and without any soap water I try to remove it. There is also cuts and like irritation which happens afterward because it dries the skin. And there are cuts, how much also I avoid it, how much also I use the safety razor. There was always some cut somewhere just happen, that's just part of it. The worst thing about using the blade was I cannot reach my back. There is no such like option we have in India that I can shave from the back. So I either need to take someone else help to do it, which often is not available. Then what will I do? There are some like extensions available, but even in India, they are not that common, and they're expensive as well, and maybe they don't even work that well. So in Western countries, you have more options. In India, you don't have that many options to like shave your back. And you have to frequently do it. So every month you'll have to use the razor, spend time to shave. So that happens to be a big problem. Now, how about you? Do you have body hair like me as an Indian? And do you actually shave it? Do you use any razor or cream or something to get rid of it? Or just let it be? Let me know in the comments what you think. The next thing I used to think about is the hair removal cream. Now, like 10 years, 20 years back, there were hair removal cream, but it was for women. I would not find it for men. And those typical, the wheat was a popular brand, and I even tried that. I took the wheat and I applied, but it was not effective on my body, on my hair, the thick hair that I have, the long hair that I have. It was nowhere effective, and it was a waste of my money. I tried that as well. Even if it worked like little bit, it would inconsistently work. Some patches it would remove, and then it would be ugly. Some patches would be there, and I had to again use the shaver only or razor only at that time to get rid of it. So razor was the only solution that I could use at that time. So there were these creams, hair removal creams available, but mainly targeting women. No one was thinking about men in India and as a like a market where they could provide this cream. But now I found a solution which works best for me. Maybe it will work for you as well. The solution that worked for me, as you can see, it's using a combination of both currently, which has much better options available. So the first thing I had to do is all this thick hair, no type of hair removal cream is going to work on that. Even if I tried, it would leave all patches. So the first thing I need to do is as a baseline shave it off. But to shave it off, if I use the normal like razor that we use for our beard, there is a lot of clogging and it gets wasted fast. I have to use several. So I found a better option for that. And coincidentally, I found that because that's what I seen in the hospital, like the nurses using, they even used it on me when I had landed up in the hospital. So that is the surgical razor which you easily get it in the market. It costs maybe 25-50 rupees per blade maybe. If you take it in bulk, it's even cheaper. So it's a surgical blade as I'll show you. So this is what it looks like, a surgical blade. And this you can use to shave, and this is very effective. It easily removes all the hair. They use it in the hospitals to shave because you may have to go through some surgery or something and they need to shave so the hair, so they need to be efficient, and this works really good. And I highly recommend if you want to go the shaving route initially, at least when you have a lot of hair, this works really well, a surgical blade. And it lasts longer as well. It doesn't get clogged as well, especially if you use soap and all. It works for a long time, so highly recommend this for at least the initial shaving. Of course the shaving will still take a long time, but initially we don't have an option. The first time this will be helpful. Now even if I use the shaver or this surgical razor, and even if you use it, there will still be some patches left. You won't get all the areas. So the second option or the second step I found useful is the men's hair removal cream, which is now available, and I'm so thankful for it. There are different companies who make it. So Urban Gabru is one, or Bombay Shaving Cream. So I tried both of them. So both are effective. You can use any of them. So this is, I have an example of this. This is by Bombay Shaving Cream. You get different variation. This is for the intimate or your public areas or private area, sorry, hair removal cream, or you have the body. It works for both. Basically you can use any, it works well. So this, after you have shaved, you can use this and get rid of all that body hair. Especially on the back, it's very useful because you can apply it on the back. As long as your hand can reach to certain areas, you can apply all this and it will comfortably remove hair. You apply it for like 5 minutes. If you have thicker hair like me, I keep it for 10 minutes and then just wipe it away with a like a cloth and just have a bath and everything will go away. So this worked really well for me and most of my hair is gone. Now I'll need to keep maintaining it like every month, of course. But this is what I use the initially, the shaver, the surgical razor, and this cream, and it helps get rid of all the body hair. So this is one, and that Urban Gabru comes in like a spray type of like thing. So each has its pros and cons. What I found in that Urban Gabru is that it causes a lot of mess. If you spray it like everywhere, it starts foaming, and then that foam keeps dropping everywhere. Another drawback of this cream is it can stink. So this, especially Bombay shaving cream, I don't know, I found some smell, like some, it has some chemicals probably, so that smell. So you'll have to bear that smell for some 10 minutes before you have that bath. And even for some days you still remain. So that's the thing with this. And another thing, when you're using this, be careful that some people get allergic reactions also. So I highly recommend any one area of your skin, you just take it, your hair, and just try it. I mean, just apply it for like 24 hours and keep it. And so apply it for 5-10 hours, remove it, and just see after 24 hours if you are getting any reaction or not. So if you are not getting any reaction, then you can continue using it. For some people can get really severe reaction or some burns or something seen in the reviews. I didn't have any issue as such. I tried it initially on my hand, cleaned it off, and then waited for like one day, and nothing bad had happened. So I used it on the body and it was fine. Another thing with the cream is you can feel like warm when you apply this, and especially that Urban Gabru, and it's mentioned on that as well. After you apply and wait for like 5-10 minutes, it feels like you applied this uh, pain removal spray or pain relief spray or the balm, how it feels warm and like stingy. So something like that reaction you feel, but it's normal. It's nothing harmful for some time, and then you get like clean shave wherever you apply it. You will be like fully clean. So highly recommend the cream as well. And what is my long-term plan then with this? So the plan is to maintain it every month so it doesn't grow to such a level I again have to go back to shaving. So what I'll be using is the creams. So every month I'll be putting this creams and getting rid of the hair before they can grow wildly, and then I have to spend a lot of time grooming on that. I may use the shaver as well. Some areas, sometimes the cream also might leave some patches which might have got missed. So for basic stuff, I'll use a shaver or the razor, but most part I'll be using the creams. It can get a little bit expensive, but I guess it's the same whether you use the shaver, and it's reasonable because you're saving time. So something like this cost I think around 250 for one like pack. The Urban Gabru one costs like 500, 400, 500 for one pack. So once a month, I guess one pack might be sufficient, I think, or maybe two packs of this. So around 500 rupees every month will go for this grooming, which is fine. But I get a lot of relief, especially in the summers. Not just about the looks, but even in summer, like so much of heat and the hair causes a lot of sweating, and it's really inconsistent, inconvenient, and yeah, a lot of heat is generated because of the hair in the Indian environment. So I think it's really useless to have so much hair, and it's best taken off. Now I talked about this. I'm losing 10 kg weight over the next 90, 120 days, and I'm also building muscle. And to do that, I'm doing workouts. Right now, I'm using resistance bands to do the workout 3 days a week. But I'm planning to switch to dumbbells, and I've been searching these adjustable dumbbells with the plates and the rod. So I'm trying to find what are the possible ways I can get it for a reasonable price in Mumbai. So one of the options is the Chor Bazaar where you get that. So I went there and I found that there are scams happening over there. So you need to be really careful if you go to buy from there because you will get scammed. I got scammed kind of buying those, and there are better places I believe to get better quality ones and at a reasonable rate. So all of these things I talk in my next video so that you know, especially when you're living in Mumbai, where you can go to buy the weights, plates, whatever gym equipments you need. If you go to Chor Bazaar, what you need to watch out for, and I would say avoid Chor Bazaar if possible, and have these other alternatives which are much better, much safer options. So all of this I talk in the next video. So do check that video out.